Question that I get asked a lot is, how do I know if I need a coach or a therapist? And does it really matter if I go to either or? So the answer is a little bit more complicated because it really just depends on who you're planning on working with and what their scope of practice is. So what I mean by scope of practice is area of expertise. So just like if you were going to a medical doctor, if you're going to a medical doctor who specialized in cardiology, but you had an issue with your uterus, you're still going to a doctor, but their scope of practice is going to be different. So you want to make sure that the person that you're seeking out is an expert in what you're looking to achieve and accomplish. Now, there are therapists who are also coaches. One of the things that is very different between therapy and coaching is typically therapy is working on a diagnosis. You're working with something clinical. So that means you have been diagnosed with depression or ADHD, or you're seeking a diagnosis. These types of things can be covered by medical insurance if you're working with a therapist who is either in network or works with insurance companies, or will give you something called a super bill where you can submit it yourself. Now, if you're looking to work on something like fear-based or improving relationships or even marriages, those things are typically not covered by therapy. So because therapy is very specific, that you have to have a CPT code and a diagnosis code in order for the insurance company to deem it as being medically in order for them to cover the cost. So those things might fall under coaching. So again, you want to make sure that the coach that you're planning on working with is an expert in what you're looking to. It's also very important to realize that not all coaches are created equal. Some people just start calling themselves coaches one day without any actual formal training on what coaching is specifically. And I think of those people as maybe more of mentors or consultants, but not necessarily coaches. Because in coaching, we're not necessarily giving advice. It's more of a peer-to-peer. So it's more of reflective soundboarding, asking powerful questions in order to get a result. Follow me for more.